Welcome back, boys, to, what is the game we're playing? Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Oh, it's good to be back. Listen to this magic show. In the last one, we were doing some investigation. We're talking to Valent Grammary? Shit, I forgot how to pronounce it. Anyways, he's Trucy's uncle, I guess, sort of. They look kind of similar. And he was responsible for overseeing the little, like, disappearing act that Lamiroir did when she teleported from one side of the stage to the other. We're probably gonna have to learn how that plays into the fact. Apparently, the murder that took place happened after the teleportation act, but I'm sure that the teleportation act is gonna have some pivotal role to play in this whole mystery, so it's going to be curious to figure out how that stunt was pulled off exactly. I think that's what we're probably going to try to investigate most today. I'm back from my trip to Toronto. You can probably see I have... Oh, that's my television. You can probably see back here I've got my little travel bag. Haven't bothered to put it away yet. I got home and I threw it down in the middle of my apartment. I still have to wash the dirty clothes in there and get myself all settled and... situated back into my comfort. I'm also going to be living here for another year. I signed the lease. So, I'm getting comfy in this home. I just bought a sound bar for the TV in the back because, that television, the speakers on the TV are behind. It's like the sound comes out from the back of the TV, which from a design perspective, it seems so asinine. Because it's like, then you're directing the sound right into the wall behind the television. So anyways, I bought a sound bar, and now I have a speaker that sits in front of the TV and puts the sound toward my face, which, you know, is where I would put a speaker if I was designing a television, but that's fine. Anyways, that's not what you guys care about. You're here to see me do some things and stuff and solve a case. Let's get cracking. Let's play some Nancy Drew. Let's play some Veronica Mars. Also, let me turn down the air in my apartment because I realized that, you know what happens? I learned, and it's my fault for not understanding this. My thermostat, she resets on me at 7 o'clock in the evening, right when I start my streams, and that's why I always have a problem. So I'm getting ready to start my stream, and then the air conditioning turns off, and so the room starts getting hotter and hotter, because it's hot here. And I need to program it to not do that, but I haven't done that yet. Give me one moment. I hope to Christ that when I do meet a guy someday, that he and I will be thermostat compatible, because honestly, I fear, and I've heard about couples that fight over the thermostat and how cold or warm to keep the house. I just want somebody who can be comfortable at the same temperatures that I am comfortable at. And right now for me, that is a nice 70 degrees, or sometimes if I'm feeling a little bit spicy, a nice hot 69 degrees. Anyways, let's do things and stuff. Let me get my hellos in order. Changeling DJ, Anthony Porter, thank you for the welcome back. Mad Cats, how big is my apartment? It's only a one bedroom, and technically it's all one big open space. So behind me is the living room. That way is the kitchen, which you can't see on camera. And then you can probably see the stairs in the background. Those stairs go up to the loft, and the loft is the bedroom of the apartment. There is in-unit washing and drying, which I like a lot, and it has 2 bathrooms, which is low-key excessive, but I'm not mad about it, because I get to have my own private bedroom for my own personal gay deeds, and then downstairs there's a bathroom right by the door that, like, guests can use if they need to. So, I feel like it's a little bit excessive, because I don't feel like I get a whole lot of use out of the downstairs bathroom, but I guess it's nice to have. Alright, have we talked to this guy about everything there is to talk about? No. We haven't talked to him about anything. Alright, so this is the perfect place to start, I guess. Let's get it done. Lamiroir's illusion. Uncle Valent, I was wondering about the show the night of the murder. Lamiroir's vanishing act was your illusion, right? Indeed, the purple prosecutor petitioned my performance. Prosecutor. At the climax of the song, he said, "Make her disappear!" Like a dream. Like a dream? Yet, What can I work with on a stage meant for musical endeavors? There are none of the conveniences of a stage built for a sorceress act. It was a challenging task, and so I accepted. She disappeared from the top of the tower. But in order to move, you would have had to have used some sort of secret tunnel. Secret tunnel! People come to me because I'm a professional among professionals. My illusions are custom made for a time like this. At the secret tunnel? Now, because of the murder, all the eyes of the nation are on this court. Not a bad thing as far as the fortunes of Troupe Gramarye are concerned. Is it Gramarye? I think that's the way we agreed to say it. So you were here checking up on the trick to make sure it all went well. And went well it did! Now, speaking of pianos. That piano over there troubles me. It troubles you? How so? Why? Why do you ask why? I think this is probably going to be quicker if I just go check it out myself. Thanks, though. Alright, let me ask you about this, then we'll go check out the piano. I'm making a mental note of it, so I won't forget. It's Lazy Angela Redrain. Hello, thank you for the welcome. Welcome to the chat, welcome to the game. I gotta play efficiently today because once again tonight I think I do have plans where I'm supposed to go out later. So, I gotta do my job responsibly and quick. I know what you're thinking in that head of yours. Gramarye, yes you say. I recall seeing him on television. Something of that sort. Oh god, it's one of these types. Listen, you have to stroke his ego to stay on his good side. Hunty, yes. Oh my god, sweetie! You are so talented. I die for your content. Actually, yeah, you're right. Wow, he just read your mind, Apollo. Or everyone tells him that he made a good guess. It was 20 years ago. A young magician, a genius of his time, came down among us. Oh wow, look at the turtle. Oh. His name? Magnifi Gramarye. It was he who began the great Troupe Gramarye. At his prime, not a day passed that he did not play upon the screens of every TV there was. I do have a vague memory of someone like that on TV. Yet, several years ago, that time came to an end. My troupe pulled a vanishing act, yes. Cries for magic no longer heard, the TV screen a barren waste, stripped of illusion. That's not true. I still went to all your shows. Like that one in the parking lot down at the supermarket? Oh no, talk about a fall from grace. Yeah, when you start playing supermarket parking lots, you're probably in a lot of trouble. We hone our skills at these small venues, always awaiting our time. Yes, one day we will rise from our obscurity onto Fame's shining stage once more. Fame's, sorry. I do this not only for the magic that is Gramarye, but for my partner. Sorry, Gramarye. The great Gramarye. I just want to say Rye, because that's what it looks like. It's fine, I know, I suck. But for my partner. Wait, you want to avenge your partner, what? Yes, Zach Gramarye. Trucy's father. Before he disappeared 7 years ago, there was no name higher than Gramarye in show business circles. None! Wow, talk about a nation that's really obsessed with magic. I will see us return to glory. I, Valent Gramarye. Alright, Valent and Zach, what's the nature of your guys' relationship? Our founder, Magnifi Gramarye, was truly a genius, a worker of miracles. Okay. Anthony Porter, hey, did you know that there's a YouTube video listing the top 5 accountant pages and you are on the list? Oh? Uh-oh. Is it a good video? Do I need to be concerned? Do they say nice things? Anthony Porter, I'm gonna have to look into that. But also, little old me, a master accountant, here to file your taxes? I don't know what you're possibly talking about. God, stroke my ego some more. I'll never forget the one I saw when I was little. Right, I'm a lawyer right now. He made that whole jumbo jet go. Wait, what happened to the jet again? Yeah, wait, what? Trucy? Listen, I'm distracted. I'm talking about myself right now. Of all the would-be magicians who came to his door, only Zach and I had the talent. In no time at all, Valent and Zach were shining stars in the Gramarye crown. Fuck. Cool, huh? And Zach Gramarye was my daddy. Now that Magnifi and Zack are gone, I have but one wish. So yeah, both of them disappeared? Let it be I, Valiant Gramarye, who brings the Gramarye miracle back to the big stage. I'm rooting for you. Miss Trissie, you cannot grow up quick enough. I need to see your skill by my side. One skill coming up. Wait, what? Ma'am, girl, ladies, gentlemen, I'm trying to solve a murder mystery here. Alright, can we have magic hour at the bar after dark? Alright, what am I doing? I'm looking at a piano. God damn it all. I'm never gonna get anything done with these magicians running amok in my business. That's one big piano, Polly. I've never actually played one. Well, maybe you should get Mr. Wright to teach you sometime. Yeah, that's not really gonna help. He can't really play either. Kind of feel bad for the guy now. Maybe now's my big chance. Alright, stand back. This could be the debut of a prodigy. I love that kind of energy for you. Ew! Did you make that noise just now? Let me try it again. Yeah, let me listen closely this time. Hang on. Oh, there's a click. You know, I think something's stuck in the piano. Time to take a look under the hood. Maybe we'll find more panties. Wouldn't that be something? Huh? Look, this was stuck between the strings. It looks like some kind of switch. Someone must have thrown this into the piano. Switch placed in pocket. That's probably gonna be bad news for us. I'm uncomfortably awaiting to find out what this switch does. But if it's a switch triggered by the piano, I mean, Machi plays the piano, so, this could be problematic. Almost 2.5k subs. We're getting closer every day, boys. A man can only dream. Alright, so I wonder if our magician has anything to say about that. He did say the piano was troubling him. Words cannot express my shock and chagrin. All I can see before me is this stage and me upon it. Nothing smaller, nothing less radiant catches my eye. True, you're getting on in years. Not much time left to make your mark, huh? Wow! Roasted Trucy! God, you have that unapologetic truthfulness of a child. This is not how I was saying it. So he doesn't care about what I have to show him. Alright, I get the point. Okay. So, what am I gonna do? I guess I want to find somebody to show the switch to. Do you think he's interested in the headset? He seems like he's not gonna be interested in anything. That's fine. Well, it's not the most fine, but it'll do. Can we ask him about the videotape? I forget if we've done this. I was wondering about the stunt in this video. I might have already asked this. Yeah, this all seems familiar. Yeah. She didn't even notice the stunt. I remember that. And then he doesn't want to tell us because, you know, it's a magic trick. He doesn't want to give away the secrets of his trade. Yep. I was there to watch a trick taken to the air. Can you tell me how you did it? No. Apollo, you can't just ask someone something like that. It's got the rules to ask a magician. Right. Okay. This led to... Wow. Can I really not skip this? I definitely read all of this. Sell the secret to inquire, how the trick is performed. Okay, Trucy doesn't know how the trick was done. For the secret alright, wow, okay. It's a whole lot of nothing. Let's go back to the backstage hallway. Hi, princess. I guess... Well, the thing is, we got a new switch. Why don't we show it to everybody? See who's got anything to say about it. Do you think you can tell me about this? I'm sorry, but my information from the outside world is somewhat limited. I only know what I have heard or felt. Right, okay. You're beautiful, but you're also a little bit useless to me. Let's go... Well, let's go to each dressing room one at a time, I guess. See who we bump into. Nobody! Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Is Emma still in Lamiroir's room? Maybe she's got something to say. Hunty, would you take a look at this big red fat switch? A small device. Looks like a transmitter. A transmitter? You press this switch here and it sends out a signal. No idea what it's for, though. A signal? You mean an electronic signal? Hey, Dick used to be really good at electronic signals. I miss Dick. God damn it. What is it, Apollo? Say, Emma, you know that strange object you said you found? Oh, this? Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Let me try pressing this switch. Well, let's stand clear of it, shall we? Oh my god! It's on fire! Device is on fire. What's the big idea? Oh, jeez. Well, I could have seen that coming from a mile away. Well, I guess we know what this is now. It's an igniter. This part here must look like... this part here must work like a... Wow, why is that a hard sentence? This part right here must look like an... This part right here must work like a lighter. This part right here must work like a lighter. Jesus, god damn it. So, when you pre-record videos, like my What the F Science videos, that's where the power of editing comes in to save the day. Alright. Well, that nearly lit me up, that's for sure. Hey, don't look at me like that. I didn't do it on purpose. I suppose. At least we're getting somewhere with this case. Hey, Apollo! Let's ask Emma more about this switch. Now that she has some first-hand experience. Yeah, she's a real expert now, is she? It's okay, George. Sound it out. You can read the sentence. What are you trying to do exactly? Burn me alive? Come on, it's just a few sparks. Says you weren't the one holding it. There's enough sparks flying around here with just you two talking. Girl, I'm a homosexual. Step off it. Anyway. Well, now that we know that this is a remote for an igniter, let me see that for a second. Well, this is definitely a transmitter. The signal's weak, probably only reaches about 30 feet. A transmitter, huh? How does she know that just by looking at it? Remote trigger updated in the court record. Okay. Incidentally, if you look at a cross-section diagram of the stage area... Oh, this is not how I envisioned this to look. This is actually interesting. I didn't know the dressing rooms were underneath the stage. I thought they were, like, behind it. Let's see. 30 feet from Lamiroir's dressing room. That covers the backstage completely. You know what else is in that range? The fucking piano. It also looks like it would cover the stage. Well, it kind of seems unlikely anyone would use this on stage. Except for the fact that we found it inside of the piano. Guess I'd best be getting on with my investigation. Right. We're off to look for more clues then. I feel better just knowing what this thing is now. I'll have to look into igniters a bit more later. Good luck! I'd like to know a little bit more about igniters myself. Igniter added to the court record. Alright, that's promising. I wonder what else we can do. Hi, Hunty. Alright, it's everybody's favorite time. We gotta start going from room to room and see if we triggered any new events to take place. Let's go to the stage. Hi, buddy. Whoops. Maybe at the Coliseum? Aha! Who are we with? Oh, it's Daryan. What? Come to laugh at the murderer? I'm sorry, what? Daryan? That old bag opens her pipe hole and wham bam, my life goes down the chute. Thanks. Oh shit, I almost forgot. We fingered this guy as the suspect. Lamiroir did it herself. She fingered him right on the stand, Your Honor, in that spot at the podium. Everybody saw, we were all witnesses to it because his voice was heard by her. They won't let me work while I'm a suspect. Yeah, but you know what? You're with the local police force, so I'm pretty sure you're probably getting paid off duty, paid leave, paid administrative leave. Is that what it's called? I think you're still being compensated for doing nothing. Daryan isn't in the best of moods, is he? Yeah, you know what? Not many people are these days, it seems. Well, it is a crime scene. Not exactly the happiest place to hang out. And then Gavin had to go rub salt into the wound. My alibi's rock solid, man. Rock solid. Alright, let's talk about it. Your alibi, eh? So about your alibi. You have to ask. The shooting happened right in the middle of the third set. Yeah, that's right. The music was blaring when we heard the gunshots. And found Mr. Latouche dead. I got 10,000 witnesses who saw me. Right there on the stage. Your guitar playing was something else. Thanks, little lady. See? The whole thing's a sham. Can't believe they aren't letting me work. Right, well, there's no need to yell at me. It's Lamiroir's fault. She was the one who said she heard his voice at the moment of the crime. Man, I never even talked to that old windbag. How could you possibly ID me? I guess she overheard you. So they won't let you work? He won't let me work. Gavin says I gotta lie low till suspicion's cleared. What suspicion? He can't be such a stick in the mud. Mr. Gavin? A stick in the mud? Look, he may look all flashy and showy, but he's straight as an arrow, dude. Except when he's depressed. You hear him whining the other day? Oh, you mean about like the mixing board and how you kind of fucked up your guitar playing? Yeah, I was there. And then there was that performance just now. What was that all about? Oh yeah, this part's off. Which is that, Second guitar. Ah! It was you, Daryan. He's just a perfectionist is all. It's not a bad guy, really. Well, I think the Gaviniers are the best. I have all your albums. Yeah, the band's fine too. Gavin can write a good tune, I'll give him that. You know, come to think of it, I haven't seen Prosecutor Gavin around much. Oh, him? He's down at the prosecutor's office, most likely. Right. The prosecutor's office. I've never been there before, have I? The data on the victim should have come in from Interpol. Normally, I'd be down there dealing with it. Normally. Apollo, why don't we go check it out? I've always wanted to see the prosecutor's office. You know, that might not be such a bad idea. Right on! Say hi for me, okay? Oh, and say screw you while you're at it. Jesus. Oh, please don't jerk off your hair in front of me. I have a child. And tell him I want into that crime scene. Right. Alright, well, me and my underage female assistant are gonna be off now. You just mind your own business. Hey, wait! Yeah, what? What do you really think happened? Really? You don't think I did it, right? Well, you see, the thing is, I'm low on suspects at the moment. Great. Way to instill a guy with some confidence. Just remember, I was ripping it up on stage when it happened, okay? Ripping! Right. You know what? You kind of low-key remind me of the Raw Cock from Thousand Year Door. I don't know why. You're not as muscular as him. It's just gotta be an attitude thing. Don't get led astray by some siren song, eh? Get this one wrong and you'll be eating humble pie for a year. I'll bake it myself. Yeah, definitely Raw Cock vibes. Let's not talk to him anymore, okay, Apollo? Right. Detective Daryan Crescent. He's one stone I'd leave unturned if I had a choice. Yes. So, can we go to the prosecutor's office? We can. Gavin, my man. Wow. I'm sorry, is this a prosecutor's office or a music hall? Also, oh my god, his guitar that was on fire. Oh no. So, this is it. The Gaviniers' head office. It's not the band's office, it's the prosecutor's office. Yeah, so that's why I'm asking, what is this creepy thing? Object, whatever. It looks like Prosecutor Gavin's on the phone. Oh well, guess we'll have to come back. Or, we could hide behind that bookshelf real quiet, like... That's eavesdropping, Trucy! Well, we'd just be waiting, quietly, so he didn't notice. What if we heard something scandalous about the band? You know, she'd make a good reporter for a gossip magazine. Thus, A replica? So why was he after it in the first place? Yeah, Latouche. Latouche? Look, don't talk to me about those Borginians, okay? Just get me the report. Chop, chop! Schnell! And stop leaving mysterious objects in my office. Dankeschön. Hoy, it's times like these when I start to miss Daryan. Huh? Ah, Fraulein. Oh, hiya, sir. Just thought we'd drop in. Hope you're not mad. Oh my god, no, he's cool and calm and collected. How could I be? There's not enough tee-hee in the world in any case. Have a seat. Prosecutor Gavin, the philanthropist? Watch and learn, Apollo. So, who have you come to see? Wait, what? Clavier, lead vocalist for the Gaviniers, or Prosecutor Gavin, scourge of the courtroom? What do you think he means, Apollo? I think he's giving us a choice. We can either ask him about the concert or the case. Why not both? Which way to go? Well, I'm sure we'll probably do both. The case, yeah, both. Ah, that reminds me. Did you see the paper today? Uh-huh. I always read the TV section. Good girl. How about you, Hair Forehead? I read the funnies. Then you will not have seen this. Concert of Tragedy, the prosecutor's deadly song? Ooh, is that a new show? I haven't heard about that one. It's not a show, Fraulein. It's an article. News, you know. Oh, does this have anything to do with the case? Since getting back from the trial, my phone's been ringing off the hook. How does it feel to take a man's life with a song? Have you ever hummed a man all the way to death row? Do you think you could sing for me over the phone? Oh my god, I hope that wasn't the suicide hotline. It is endless, endless, thanks to the case you made today, of course. Oh, that was all Apollo's idea. Wait, what? God, no, it wasn't! What do you mean? Is that a newspaper over there, too? Ah, yes. The Borginian Daily Bulge. Oh. Whew! Alright, I guess we know where my head is at. Let me back that one up and try again. Okay. Oi. Oh no. Ah, yes. The Borginian Daily Bugle. Go ahead and take a look. Thanks, but I can't read Borginian. Oh, that's right. Suffice it to say, this is big news over there as well. Though they didn't go so far as to mention the lyrics of my song. Right, probably no one in the Borginia could believe it. In the Borginia. No one in the Borgina could probably believe that. It's probably seen as just a theory at this point. The journalists didn't see the need to mention it. That makes sense. I hardly know what to think of it myself. Borginian newspaper added to the court record. Alright. Lamiroir's testimony will probably be in the evening edition, I'd imagine. Which is why I've had Daryan step down from the investigation. Yeah, we ran into him moping in front of the Coliseum. Lamiroir was my invited guest, so it's a rather delicate situation. You understand how much I want to solve this case. Quickly, if possible. Right, alright. So the newspaper, we probably can't do much with this, right? We don't read Borginian. Article about the case, it doesn't mention the lyrics of Lamiroir's ballad. That's probably the part that's going to be relevant at some point. Alright, let's ask about the guitar. I really love that song. It has such a great atmosphere to it. You co-wrote it with Lamiroir, if I remember correctly. That's right. It was last year. I had gone to tour Borginia's legal system, as a matter of fact. And that's when you heard Lamiroir's voice. It was at a small jazz club. I wept that night. I knew I had to meet her and sprechen with her. So I used my influence, which is not inconsiderable, to arrange a meeting. Wow. Prosecutors really have a lot of clout, Apollo. Oh my god, was clout a thing back then? I think there's sort of a special case, Trucy. I think he is. Thankfully, she likes the work I did, and we wrote a song right there backstage. Machi on piano, that dulcet voice, and myself on a guitar that I borrowed from Lamiroir. and music history was made. Probably not an experience your average lawyer would ever have, like Apollo, say. It is a memory I hold dear, and the song we wrote that night was this. And the very guitar is right over there. You mean the charred lump? Don't call it a lump! That's a piece of history, Apollo! And it's only browned, not really charred. No matter, I shall never sing that song again. I wouldn't have used that guitar again either, even if I could have. What happened during that song anyway? Why did the guitar suddenly catch fire? Well, we know that we have a device that acts as an igniter, and it's triggered by a switch. So I'm gonna take a guess and say that that played a role in it. Do you think you could show it to us? Your charred, or I mean, you know, slightly burned guitar? I'm sure he doesn't mind. What more could happen to it? Alright, let's take a look. Examine? Dude, I love his theme so much. Man, that was an impressive bit of pyrotechnics that did this. That's the guitar from the concert, isn't it? I thought it was one of the staff playing a gag on me. Yeah. Never guessed that it wasn't the end of it. I had a specialist analyze the guitar, incidentally. Ooh, did you find anything out? He didn't have a lot of time, so it's still unclear. But the results we came up with were intriguing. Intriguing? How does that guitar tie into everything that went on? Sounds like something we should ask about. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Alright, fine, I can do that. What did you get on the guitar? It was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovingly for many years. A guitar befitting a woman like Lamiroir. So how did it end up here? She gave it to me. I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night, and she made a present of it. Oh, so this guitar is from Borginia. That it is. We couldn't carry it on the plane. Changes in air pressure and humidity ruined the wood. So we vacuum packed it in Lamiroir's studio. Interesting. I used special shipping services available to me for transporting evidence. They brought it right up to my office for me. Pristine and untouched. See? Prosecutors really do have a lot of clout, Apollo. Right, I still get the feeling that he's a special case. Such a valuable guitar, it's so bad it got burned. Yeah, all that trouble we went through for naught. So, what was it that you were saying earlier? Something about intriguing results from an examination of the guitar? That's right. What was it all about? Well, you know how guitars have a nice round hole in the front. Listen, when you're talking holes to me, speak less. It is called the sound hole. Ah, that's what I call it too, but only on Friday nights from 2 to 4 a.m. Well, they found something attached to the wood just inside the hole. A broken device of some sort. Broken device? Yeah, this in fact. Ah, there she is. So there's 2 of them. That's weird. The examiner is busy with evidence for the case now, however. So he'll be checking this out once he's finished with everything else. Odd. Seneko Snap! Thank you so much for the subscription. Happy to have you here as part of the team. We have a Discord. It's linked below. You can join it to become one of the members and friends that we're making along the way. And, I appreciate you hanging out. However you ended up stumbling upon this channel, I'm glad you decided this is the content that I'm gonna stick around for. Huh, that device looks strangely familiar. Doesn't it? Why don't we present him ours? He showed us his. I think it's only fair that we show him ours. It has to be one of these. What is it, Apollo? That device that was found in your guitar. Take a look at this. That looks like the same thing. What is it? It's an igniter. Another one? It was at the crime scene in Lamiroir's dressing room. Detective Sky found it, actually. Jose Angel! Hey there, George. Long time no see. You stream. It's fun to watch. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Happy to have you here. I'm pretty sure you would feel that device if you picked up an acoustic guitar. You would think so, right? I used to play guitar, you guys. I own an acoustic and an electric, but I think both are at my parents' house. And the acoustic might be I don't know if I ever got a new acoustic. I used to have an acoustic, but my mother broke my acoustic guitar. She had a little bit of a temper tantrum because this was when I lived at home as a teenager and I was playing guitar actively. I like left a mess in the basement. She was pissed. And as a pissed mother does sometimes, she just started throwing shit in the basement around, being like, how could you make such a mess? And she threw a box or something in the basement dead into my guitar. It was an accident. She didn't know what she was doing. She was throwing it behind her head. But she like threw it out. She heard this loud smash. And she was like, oh no, what did I do? And I was like, yeah, you just broke that guitar that I'm supposed to be taking my music lessons on, mother. How does that make you feel? I didn't say that. When your parent is in a temper tantrum, the last thing you do is you poke the bear. All right, you let the emotions die down. Now I bother her over it because now I'm an adult. All right. So can we talk to him about this then? We can't. Wait, what? Can we talk to him about the Switch? Prosecutor Gavin, about this remote. Wait. Excuse me, did you say something? You know, this remote control, it might be valuable ammunition for the trial. It's too early to show my hand. You would think someone with such a loud voice would speak more clearly, yeah. Huh. So I wonder what else I could show him. If you want to get my attention, bring me something dramatic. I mean, I did bring him something dramatic. Is that all there was to do with him then? Because I brought this. I can't think of anything more dramatic. Nope, not interested. The newspaper? Alright, maybe this is our dead end and we don't have anything more to talk to him about. Oh, but maybe not. Maybe the headpiece is what we want. That looks like one of our tour issue headsets. Why are you wearing it, Fraulein? I just thought it'd be cool. I could pretend I was a concert security or something, you know, authorized personnel and whatnot. Actually, we found it at the venue and thought you might want it. Ah, 9. Please, you keep it. It goes well with your cape, Fraulein. You think so? She does look like she belongs on a stage. That much is true. Alright, so nothing good there. Does he want to talk about the mixing board anymore? No, not at all. Maybe her brooch? No. Okay. I guess we could continue examining things. What else is there to take a look at? What's this thing on the chair? Hey, what's that on the plate there? Is that gum? Gum? Maybe he was chewing it when the phone rang? So he put it on the plate for later consumption? You'd think a rock star could afford a fresh stick. Don't jump to any conclusions now. That's no chewing gum, take a closer look. Although I really shouldn't be offering, should I? Wait, what is it? It looks like a lump of plastic? Wait, that phone call! Yeah, so that's why I'm asking. What is this creepy thing? Object, whatever. Oh, right. Okay. It's a replica. So why was he here after it in the first place? Oh! This is a replica of a different creepy weird object that Latus was after. Oh my god, you know what this is giving me vibes of now? Is it the Jade Egg? Did anybody ever watch Jimmy Neutron as a kid? I used to love the show Jimmy Neutron. Shocker. The scientist like Jimmy Neutron. But there was an episode where the entire gang went on like this heist in a museum to steal the Jade Egg because they needed to do it for this woman who turned out to be the evil Professor Finbar Calamitous, I think was his name. And then the plot twist was that the egg they were going after, they were going to replace it with a replica egg, but then they swapped the replica and the real egg. It's not an important plot. It's just the thing that's happening in my brain right now. Also, this thing looked like an egg. Prosecutor Gavin, does this have something to do with Mr. Latus? Wait a second. You were listening to my phone call, weren't you? Wait, who, us? Well, I tried to stop him, really, but he forced me to. Jesus Christ, Trucy. Fucking reporter. Trashy-ass bitch is gonna throw everyone under the bus. To tell the truth, I'm not even sure what it is. But apparently it's a model of something undercover agent Mr. Latouche was after. This lump? Yeah, would you mind telling us what you do know about it? Let's chat. The strange lump. This was found in Mr. Latouche's bag. It's apparently a replica of something. A replica? It's a small lump about 1.5 inches long. We analyzed it, but there's not much to say other than it's a lump of plastic. Perhaps it was to be used in the identification of whatever it is a replica of. So you mean, whatever Mr. Latouche was after? So Mr. Latouche, he's an Interpol agent on a secret mission of some kind, had a replica lumpy egg-like thing, wanted to, maybe, like the Jimmy Neutron plot, replace the real lump of whatever with his fake lump and then, like, steal it? But that begs the question, where is the real thing? Who had it and who was he after? Is it a Lamiroir thing? Is it a Machi thing? I guess we'll have to find out. Also, is this whole case just a plagiarism of Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius? I don't know. That seems to be the most logical explanation. Well, what is it? Don't ask me, Fraulein. Oh. If you don't want to tell us, you could just say so. I've put in a request to Interpol via my contacts in Borginia, but apparently there is a block on information somewhere along the chain. Oh. There's something either Interpol or Borginia doesn't want to share. Something about this little piece of plastic. So Mr. Latouche went through all that trouble to become Lamiroir's manager, just to come to this country to find out more about this lump? And he died for it? That's fascinating. I like that our cases are, like, becoming so much more interesting than the actual murders themselves. I've sent someone to the Colosseum to fetch Lamiroir. Perhaps she knows something about it, being a Borginian. I believe that covers everything at my liberty to talk to you about. Oh. Thanks for dropping by, Hair Forehead. Thanks? You gave me so much information. That igniter, for instance. Oh yeah, right. I've never met an attorney so forthcoming with the prosecution. You're a big help. Or perhaps you're just a tad naive, I guess I could have hit it, but, you know, it's somehow showing him what I got packing feels like the right thing to do. You know, I could say the same to you, Prosecutor Gavin. Thanks for all that you showed me here in your private office today. About the strange lump that you have there. The one Mr. Latouche was investigating. Hey, that's right! I've been thinking, Hair Forehead. We encounter many incidents in our lives. All of us, none of them simple. Especially not the ones where people are killing to song lyrics. That is why I try to at least remain simple inside. And I keep a simple goal. To discover the truth. That's why I like to keep relations civil, yeah. That is all. I can live with that. That's actually remarkably reasonable, and it's something that I think more people should live by. Prosecutor Gavin? Fraulein? Can I ask you why you sing in a band? Ah, because I want women to turn and look when I walk down the street, yeah. That's pretty simple of you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do. Another time, perhaps. Ugh, women, he says. Alright, so before I leave, is there anything else worth looking at here? It's an insanely big speaker for a room this small. Oh look, all the CDs are the Gavinier CDs. Nice. Alright. Anything else? Wow, what a cool chair. I'm gonna sit in it now when no one's looking. Wow, so this is what it feels like to be a star. I never would have thought that the chair is what makes people feel like a star, but go off, Trucy. Oh, it's you, Hair Forehead. Sorry, I'm busy. Woo! Yeah, you know what? You keep working on those voices, Trucy. One day you might just be good enough to be a streamer. Maybe I'll make that part of my Wonder Bar repertoire. Maybe. Okay. Alright. So, I do think I know where we want to go next. We probably want to try and find Lamiroir and ask her about the lump. I can make that happen. July 9th, Sunshine... Unless she's getting kidnapped by somebody. Oh, it's you. You came at a good time. Oh, hi, Emma. What's up? Either of you know where Lamiroir is? Fuck! What did I just fucking sake. God damn it all. What do you mean, where is she? Well, I mean, I saw her in the backstage hallway a while ago, and that's exactly where I intended on going to talk to her about something very important. Are you suggesting to me, Emma, that she is no longer in the backstage hallway? Yeah, that's what I'm suggesting. And that's strange. What's strange? I can't find her anywhere. I was supposed to bring her to the prosecutor's office. She's missing? It's hard to imagine her wandering off somewhere on her own, you know, with her being blind and whatnot. Yeah, I guess we'll help you look for her. Great, thanks. Okay. I mean, where do you think she would go? Maybe our office? No, maybe not. Maybe the detention center? Oh, there's someone to run into here. Looks like Machi's in questioning. Huh. The police must have a Borginian interpreter. That's not really fair. I wish we could get one of those. I guess we'll just have to come back later if we want to see him. I guess so. Tito TJ! Yay, I made it in time. Hello, thank you for popping into the chat. Good to see you as always. Let's go back to Gavin's office. I figured it would be a long shot for her to be here. Alright, why don't we check inside the building? She could for sure be somewhere in there. Backstage hallway. Who do we get to see? This place is deserted. Oh. I wonder where Lamiroir went off to. I'm sure she's okay on her own. She seems pretty resourceful. Yeah, I guess, but I can't help but worry about her a little. Yeah, same. I'd feel more comfortable if we could find her. Let's check the dressing rooms. Still nothing. God, Gavin's dressing room is honestly such a mess. Who's gonna clean that shit up? Nothing here, nothing here. What game am I gonna play after Apollo Justice? I'm undecided. I don't know. I haven't given it much thought. I probably won't start thinking about what I want to play next until we get to, like, the final case of this game. July 9th, 4:46, in the wings. Hey! The stage is pitch dark. The power breaker must be off for this section. I'll go get someone. Okay. Alright. Guys, scan the room. We're looking for anything to be out of place or different. The lights were turned off. That's sketchy. Oh, yipes, it was really dark out there. Dark. You know, that's all Lamiroir has when you think about it. I wonder what it would be like to live in a world of darkness. Hey, Apollo. What? Doesn't something about the stage seem a little different to you? That's what I'm trying to pick up on. I don't know. Like, something's changed? Changed? I can't really put my finger on it, but it's bugging me. Well, now it's bugging me even more. What you talking? I mean, the lift. We saw the lift at a certain point, and I don't see it now, so that might possibly be it. Where do I look at for that? Just anywhere? I still can't believe we found Machi and Mr. Lassus on top of that tower. Yeah, you know, I used to not like high places, but now I hate them. It's not like it would have been nicer if we found a dead body closer to the ground, though. But that reminds me, Daddy's pretty bad with heights, too. Oh, you don't say. Yeah, he took me on a Ferris wheel ride this one time, you know, and halfway through his face got all green, and he mumbled "objection" over and over again. Oh, Nick. Daddy Nick. Poor guy. Maybe it's the piano? What do you think that thing was doing there? Well, throwing things inside pianos can't be very good for them. And not to mention, you wouldn't be able to play whatever notes go with the strings it was on. But the piano was fine during the concert. That must mean that it was thrown in here after Machi played. Oh, that's a good catch. So, maybe someone threw it in here after the second set. That could be. Very true. Look at all the electronics. They must be sound related. Doesn't seeing all these machines make you want to fiddle with them. No fiddling. We'll break something. Music equipment is very expensive. And, I'm not making a lot of money as a lawyer. Is it the guitar case? Hey, that case! Wasn't that open before? Oh, I missed that. I guess someone closed it. Wait, look, where the case closes. Something's sticking out. That doesn't look like an instrument. You don't think it's... Let's open it, Apollo. Let's... No! Lamiroir! Lamiroir! Emma, we gotta get Emma. Is she dead? Lamiroir was taken directly to the hospital. Emma ran around barking orders and making phone calls. Trucy just clung onto my arm and cried a lot. And me? I mean, I was in shock. 2 bodies in 2 days? Well, that's just too many. July 9th, 5:30. Okay, we're at the Hickfield Clinic. Oh, God. I'm in no mood to see this man. Emma, how's Lamiroir? Is she okay? Ah, you. Well, we all owe you a big thanks, that's for sure. So, she's okay then? Yeah, she came to a short while ago. Oh my God, this game is gonna give me a heart attack. I was gonna say, I don't think, have we ever had 2 murders in the same case before? I don't, that would be a new twist. I don't think it's a Hickfield Clinic. She dead. Jesus Christ. You found her before it was too late. Well, that's good to hear. So, what in the world happened? Someone attacked her. She was struck on the forehead. By who? Well, we don't know, obviously. But they hit her on the forehead, right? That's right in front of her. Trucy. Sweetie. Take a second. Think through what you just said. How could she not see? Oh. This has very much the same energy as Aang and Sokka writing Toph a letter of apology from Katara. Or no, writing Katara a letter of apology from Toph. I know you guys wrote this! Toph can't write! Right. Anyways, would you like to see her now? Is that alright? She wants to thank you for saving her life. Lamiroir! Ah, Mr. Attorney. You are the one who found me? Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. I'm sorry, language is new to me. Thank you from the heart of my bottom. Right, I'm just glad you were okay. Tell me what happened. Yeah, we got some big talking to do now. It was after I spoke with you in front of the dressing room. I sensed someone approaching. I thought it might be someone coming to see me, but they said nothing. When I went to return my dressing room... That's when you were hit? I knew that, the very moment I knew, the assailant was trying to kill me. Jesus! It was lucky for me that the first blow did not knock me out. I turned and ran for the stage. Someone was chasing me, I could hear footsteps. Yet I reached the stage first. Why the stage? I had overheard maintenance talking. The power to the stage area was off, they said, for electrical work. Oh! Darkness is my ally, you see. There was a contrabass case in the stage. That is where I hid. So the assailant couldn't see you? Well, once in the case, I'm afraid I passed out. Jeez, well that sounds like a close call. Glad you survived that one, honey. Do you have any idea who it might have been? Unfortunately, no. Whoever it was, they said not a word. Well, that's not good, but I have an idea who it might be. I mean, listen, you fingered a man in court, and I know he's not happy about it. Yet when I consider that I was struck on the forehead, I must conclude that whoever hit me was taller than I am. Well, that's a good point. She's sharp. And you're much taller than I am. You're about as tall as Apollo. So that means it was likely an adult and probably a man. Could it be him? But why would anyone attack you, Lamiroir? You don't have any enemies except for that one very obvious enemy who you publicly put on blast in the courtroom in front of everybody. The detective asked me this too, and to her I gave the same answer to you. I do not know. Huh. Interesting. Well, great, sweetie. I'm so glad that you are alive. So therefore, I can ask you about this. Lamiroir, I wanted to ask you about this. Do you know what this is? This! This is what? Mr. Latouche was carrying it. It's a replica of the thing he was after. He was after? You know, in his secret identity? As an undercover agent. So that's what he was doing. You mean you know... Oh yes, I know. Of course. This must be a Borginian cocoon. Oh, wait, what? Or rather, a convincing replica thereof. Okay. What's a Borginian cocoon? Why would he be carrying this around? Was it some kind of souvenir? I wonder. Yeah, let's chat, you and I. Also, I'm curious about the backgrounds here. I wonder... I should go back to my old playthroughs where I've been in the Hickfield's clinic before. Is it the same fucking patients that have been sitting here for the last 3 years? Well, they call it Borginian. It must only be found in Borginia. For certain, all in Borginia know of these. So it's a cocoon. So, like, do you get silk from it? I do not know the details, I'm sorry to say. But I thought you said all in Borginia knew of these. There is one fact I know about the cocoon, though. Something all in Borginia know. What's that? The cocoons, they are not to be taken out of the country. If someone does and is caught, they will be put to death. Jesus Christ, put to death over a cocoon? God. Can you imagine if that was the penalty if you got caught, like, smuggling liquor into Canada? To death? Why? I do not know. Yet, if Interpol was involved, I'm sure there is a good reason. But it's just a piece of plastic. Well, right, Tristy, but this one's a replica, not the real cocoon. Huh. So that's what he was up to. Tracking down Borginian cocoon smuggling. I gotta say, there's nothing in the world that would have led me to believe that that is what this case was gonna turn into. Smuggling. Alright. It seems I was marked. Marked? Well, life changed for me with one of the popularity of my songs. I began to travel around the world. Oh, so you could have been a Borginian cocoon smuggler. On my trips, yes, that was probably what the suspicion was. And Mr. Latouche was placed as an undercover agent to look into it. Borginia is a small, sheltered country. Not many of our people venture into the world outside. So that must be why they suspected you. But Mr. Latouche wasn't a Borginian, was he? He was an Interpol agent, which means... Which means what, Apollo? There's gotta be some reason why Borginia doesn't want the cocoons getting out. Something scary enough to get Interpol involved. Well, like what? How could a little tiny ball of thread be that much of a commotion? Cocoon smuggling, and Mr. Latouche had Lamiroir marked. Ugh, my head hurts. It couldn't be her. Huh? You know, there's one other person I need to talk to. Thank you for talking to us, Lamiroir. 'Twas the least I could do. Actually, I have another request. If it is within my power? I need an interpreter. Someone who speaks Borginian. Apollo. Oh no. Oh no. Would you come with us, Lamiroir? I see, yes, of course. I shall accompany you. Wait, Apollo, where are we going? Oh, come on, Trucy. We're about to get to the bottom of this. At the detention center to talk to Machi about the cocoon smuggling, because who else is Borginian and traveling outside of the country but Machi? Hey, Machi. We came to talk to you about the case. Machi. Could you interpret for us, Lamiroir? Yes. Machi, I'd like to talk to you about when we first met. when we still thought you were blind. Now we know the truth. You can see, right? I was completely fooled myself. Machi, isn't there another secret you've been hiding from us?
Wait, Mr. Attorney. What do you mean by secrets?
What do I mean by secrets? Well, I think your little boy lover here is a cocoon smuggler. If I'm not mistaken, I think you know something about this, don't you?
Hey, you got a reaction! A big one! Machi, you didn't!
Trucy and I are trained to see people's uncertainty. Not that we would have needed to see any training. Not that we would have needed any training to see you. You look guilty as sin.
Mr. Attorney, please, tell me what this is all about.
Lamiroir, please interpret.
Very well.
I know you know something about this by your reaction. If you won't tell me, I might have to give it to the prosecution and have them look into it. Yeah, you don't like that idea of being sentenced to death, do ya? Man, we're playing dirty cop today. Not dirty cop, bad cop, rough cop. We're being stern.
He asks you to wait. Do not be so hasty. Machi? Do you know everything?
Yes, everything. Well, I mean, sort of. We're getting there.
Have him tell us about it. Very well.
The cocoon.
So what is this cocoon anyway? The cocoon, the silk, is a potent cure.
Oh, a cure? It must cure some disease. Hey, wasn't the judge trying to leave early because he was trying to see some terminally ill child?
It's a cure for incuritis.
Are you kidding me? Developers, come on. You're not even gonna try to come up with a disease name, incuritis? Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. A cure for incuritis. So stupid.
But if it's a cure, why keep it in Borginia like that? Just think of all the lives they could save by sharing the medicine.
Well, America would dictate sell it to everybody and patent it and then upcharge it so that it costs 500% more in our country than anywhere else in the world.
I do not understand the reasons myself.
Alright, well at least we know what it is. A cure. And Mr. Latouche was after cocoon smugglers. Wait, was Machi?
Machi, you weren't.
He couldn't be a smuggler. He's so little. Well, you're only 15 and you're kind of a magician, aren't you?
Well, yeah, that's true. I am sort of a magician.
She said sort of. Oh, to have a copy of that security camera tape.
Well, Machi, are you a smuggler? He won't tell me. First he plays blind, now he plays dumb.
I wonder. Do you think he brought a cocoon here to sell it to someone? If Machi really did bring one into the country, was he planning on making a deal for its sale?
I can't go home.
Can't go home?
I can't go home to Borginia. I do not want to go home. The penalty for taking a cocoon from Borginia is death.
That is right, it's punishable by death.
About the case? What about the case?
He wants to tell us about Mr. Latouche's death? This meeting's over! Who's that? Oh, fuck off.
Daryan!
What do you mean, over? Visiting hours aren't over yet. There's a call for Machi from the Borginian embassy. This meeting is over. Sorry. Look, give us 5 more minutes. We can call them back after that. That's a no-go, dude! Come on, piano boy, we're out. Daryan, wait! You know, I never really liked you. Either of you two. Wow. A little bit premature to be putting on the supervillain face, don't you think?
Darn it! We were so close. He was about to tell us. Hey, Apollo.
He didn't want us to hear what Machi had to say.
Apollo?
And there can only be one reason why.
Why is everyone ignoring me all the time?
Oh, sorry, Trucy. This is it. I know who I'm after now. It all happens tomorrow in court. Mohammed, I have a feeling that Daryan might have killed Mr. Latouche. What? No. What? Daryan? Good guy Daryan? Good sweet angel of a guy Daryan? A killer? I don't see it. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me save the game here. Alright. And it looks like tomorrow we're going to be going back to court to hopefully unpack some of these mysteries and hopefully finger Daryan Crescend once again in court and embarrass him in front of everybody. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. If you've been here the whole time, please do leave a like on the stream and consider subscribing if you are enjoying these cases with me. It's heating up a little bit. I'm excited to see where it goes. As always, I will be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern time to go to court. Courtroom trials are exciting and dramatic, so I hope to see you guys there. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I guess that's going to be it for me, alright? Toodles, boys!